Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the class. I hope you people are good and safe at your home. I am also good and safe. Please be away from all the diseases. Take care about your health. Follow the precautionary measures. Stay at your home. Do not go outside, please. If you want to go outside, make use of a mask. Have a sanitizer with you always. Apply that in your hand. Wash your hand frequently. If you go outside, avoid social distance. It's all very much required to avoid the spreading of these diseases, and have a vigilance towards your health. Take care about your health, please, so that supports and that create a good path for your future. If you uphold your good health, that will be good for your future and for everybody, is it not? So we will start our new chapter from the geography. In the last class we were discussing about the human environment, settlement, interaction, and that's what settlement, transportation, communication we have been discussing, is it not? It was human environment. Now we will be discussing, we will continuation next chapter. It's a more small chapter, but we will discuss about that deeply. The human environment, that's interaction, human environment interaction, that the tropical and subtropical. It's a differentiation in between tropical and subtropical region. So mainly we will be discussing about human interaction, the human interaction in the tropical and subtropical. Interaction antandre interaction like its dependence, interaction, like contact, interaction, it's a contact, having relation and having adjusted and living with that is about interaction. So human interaction in subtropical and tropical region. Subtropical ಮತ್ತು tropical region ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಒಂದು ಬಾಳ್ವಿಕೆ ಮತ್ತು ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ಒಂದು ಜೀವನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬಾಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Subtropical tropical region ಯಾವುದು ಸರ್? Here already we are discussing the geography. So it's an equator, is not, that divides Earth into equal half. Our Earth is tilted towards 23.5 degrees. It's tilted, is not, either tilt agide. So it's the equator, the middle of Earth. So sunrise, here is the sun, and the sunrise that falls directly on this equator, this region, always that falls on these two regions. This region is called as tropical region. So here we have Tropic of Cancer, and here Tropic of Capricorn in 23 degree 30 minute south, 23 degree 30 minute north. So it's the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. In between this area, this zone is called as tropical zone. And from here Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle, here we have Arctic Circle 66 degree and half minute north. It's a Arctic Circle. So in between this Arctic Circle and this Tropic of Cancer, we call it is a subtropical region. It is a tropical region, and here it is a subtropical region, is not? Here also we have another one subtropical region, same like North Hemisphere, South Hemisphere. It's a Tropic of Capricorn. In below there we have Antarctic Circle in the 26, means the line, circle number 66 30 minutes south. It's called as Antarctic Circle. In between this Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle, we call it as a subtropical region. So here we will be discussing about the people who live in this tropical region and subtropical region. First we will be discussing about the people who are living in the tropical region. The continents, countries which comes under the tropical region is, it's a South America, Africa, and also some part of India. These are the countries which comes under this tropical region. Tropical region. The tropical. So now we will be discussing about life in the Amazon Basin. So life in the Amazon Basin. Basin andrenu, suppose it's a plain area. Here we have the river Krishna. River Krishna, it's connected by the Ghataprabha, Malaprabha, and other tributaries. Important tributaries are connected, is it not? This area is drained by the river Krishna. ಈ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಉಪನದಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ, ನೋಡಿ ಸಬ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, and it's all belong to the Krishna river, is not? This all area is filled by the Krishna river in around that. So it's called as a basin. This area, boundary of this river is called as river basin. Same like in the Amazon river, in the South America. Here we have Amazon river. So we'll be discussing about the life in the Amazon river, Amazon basin. Sorry, the life in the Amazon basin. The tropical region which lies very close to the equator is referred to as the equatorial region. The tropical region, it's a tropical region, is not? From year to year, it's all the tropical region. The region which is near to the equator, the equator, in between, equator is not. The area which is near to this equator is called as equatorial region. This subtropical, the tropical region. Illinda illivaru ella kade tropical region. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್. ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜಾಗಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಈಕ್ವೆಟೋರಿಯಲ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The place where a river flows into another body of water is called the river mouth. Here mountain, the river gets a birth from the mountain, is not? ಈ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವರ್ ತನ್ನ ಅಂದರೆ ರಿವರ್ ನೀರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ನೀರು ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್. ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮಳೆ ನೀರುಗಳು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹರಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನದಿಯಾಗಿ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಹಿಮಾಲಯನ್ ಮೌಂಟೇನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಐಸ್ಗಳು ಈ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರಿಂದ ಕರಗಿ ನೀರಾಗ್ತವೆ, ನೀರಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಹಳ್ಳ ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ, ಅದು ನದಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ರಿವರ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್. This is called as a tributaries, ಉಪನದಿಗಳು. The sub rivers is also called as tributaries. These are the tributaries. So this area is drained by this river. This area is drained by this river is called as river basin. River basin. So finally the river has to discharge its water into the ocean or sea bodies, is not? ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ನದಿಗಳು ತನ್ನ ನೀರನ್ನ ಸಾಗರ ಅಥವಾ ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ರಿವರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಓಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಸಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ರಿವರ್ ಮೌತ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಜಾಗನ ನಾವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿವರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀರು ಹಾದು ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಗರ ಅಥವಾ ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಜಾಗನ ನಾವು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗಗಳಾಗ್ತವೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ದಿಸ್ ರಿವರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಮೆನಿ ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರೀಸ್. ಮೆನಿ ಸಬ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ರಿವರ್. ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ರಿವರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಮೆನಿ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ it will divides into many divisions, many sub rivers. It's called as distributaries. So this area is called as a delta. The numerous tributaries joins the Amazon river to form Amazon basin. Numerous tributaries, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟರಿಗಳು, ಸಬ್ ರಿವರ್ಗಳು ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ನದಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಒಂದು ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಗಲ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ರಿವರ್. ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್, ರಿವರ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಯಾವ ರಿವರಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Amazon river. The Amazon river which is there in South America. The river basin drains portion of Brazil, parts of Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, Colombia and a small part of Venezuela. Peru, like here Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador. Here we have Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia. So these are the important countries are there in the South America. So in there this what you call the Amazon river that flows, it created Amazon basin over there. So we'll discuss about the climatic conditions of that Amazon basin and Amazon river. So how is the climatic condition of Amazon basin? How is that? The Amazon basin stretches directly on the equator and is characterized by hot and wet climate throughout the year. Hot and wet climate. Illi this Amazon basin which is spread directly in the equatorial region. ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಟ್ಟ ನಡುವೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ರೀಸನಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್. ಇದು ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್. ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಬೇಸಿನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಾಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ? ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್. ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸನ್ ರೈಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ದ ಸನ್ ರೈಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೆಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಇಯರ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಸ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಥ್ರೂಔಟ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ the trees grows very fastly it grows, and with a more height it grows very fastly, the trees of this equator region. ಈ ರೀಸನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಅತಿ ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತವೆ, ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅತಿ ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತವೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾದು ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೋಡಗಳನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮರಗಳು ತಡಿತವೆ, ತಡೆದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So the tallest trees and plants which grows in this equatorial region that makes obstacle for the movement of the clouds, and these areas that receives more rainfall. So that's the reason these areas that remains wet and that remains hot because of high temperature. So mainly we are discussing about this Amazon basin. The day temperature are high with a very high humidity. At night the temperature goes down but the humidity remains high. Here day temperature very high because the sunlight that directly falls on this region, and the humidity will be high the same because humidity andre eno water content in the air. Air alli water content irutte, you know, that contains the water molecules in that air. So these areas will have more water molecules in the day because of high temperature. Even in the night also will have water molecules. Humidity will remain the same in the night. And somewhat that climate means weather in the night it decreases, means the temperature decreases. Next it's about the rainforest. In this Amazon forest we will be discussing about the rainforest. It's the rainforest, Amazon basin. It's about Amazon forest, and it has this forest got its name because of this river, Amazon river. So it's called as Amazon forest, Amazon rainforest, Amazon rainforest because it receives more rainfall. We'll discuss about this Amazon rainforest. The forests of Amazon are thick and dense that does not even allow the sunlight to reach the ground. The forests of Amazon are thick ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಹತ್ತತ್ರನೇ ಮರಗಳು ಬೆಳೀತವೆ, ದೂರ ದೂರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಮರ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲೇ ಮರ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಮರಗಳು ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತವೆ. ಆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲಿಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಗ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ಗಿಂತನೂ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಲ್ಲುಗಳು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗರಿಕೆಗಳು, ಗಿಡಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಮುಳ್ಳು ಗಿಡಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತವೆ. ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕತ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹುಡ್ಕಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ರೈನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ರೈನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, during the day it seems like a night for you. If you enter into that, ನೀವು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಮೆಝಾನ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಇದೇನೋ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕತ್ತಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಎಲೆಗಳು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸನ್ಲೈಟಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಮರಗಳು ಹೈಟ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಥಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಕಾಡುಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಕಾಡು. ದೆನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಚಿಡ್ಸ್ and the bromeliads grows as plant paradise. Orchids are the different types of vegetations that grows like paradise, like a heaven, that grows like a heaven. The rainforest is rich in fauna. Flora antadrenu ಮರಗಿಡಗಳು, ಫ್ಲೋರಾ. ಫಾನಾ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಫಾನಾ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್, ಫ್ಲೋರಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಮರಗಿಡಗಳು, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಫ್ಲೋರಾ, ಫಾನಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಾ ಇಸ್ ರಿಚ್ ಇನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. that because that gives a shelter for animals. Because of this rainforest, animals gets a shelter to live and also to lead their life. Wild animals, mainly for the wild animals. Birds such as toucans, hummingbirds, bird of paradise, oversized bills, etc. There are many birds which is available here which inhabited, such like toucans, then hummingbirds, bird of paradise, oversized bills. These are the important birds where we can see in this rainforest. And the animals like monkey, the monkey, the monkey, and sloth and ant-eating tapirs are found here. The monkey, most of the forest, wherever you go, everywhere you have a monkey such like you. Is it not? There are monkey in here also, and sloth. Sloth andre it's types of monkey. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಉದ್ದ ಬಾಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಾಲದಲ್ಲೇ ನೇತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಜೋತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲಾತ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ದ ant eating tapirs are found here, the animals and the birds. Various species of reptiles and snakes also thrive in this jungle. Crocodile, snakes, pythons, anaconda and boa and constrictor are some of the species. Amazon basin, it has many different snakes, anaconda. You can find this anaconda in this Amazon basin. Once you will go there, Amazon river, and will meet anaconda, and you'll feed us some food for that, okay? And you'll come back after that if it is possible. Then here, beside the basin is home to thousands of species of insects. Sorry. So it's a what you call home for thousands of species of insect. Several species of fish, including the fish-eating piranha fish, are found in this river. Fish-eating piranha fish are found in this river. From the small size big to the big size fish we can find there in that basin in the Amazon river. So now we will be discussing about people of rainforest. So now what we discuss about the climatic condition of that region, and the birds, and about the different types of plants which is found there, and about what we discuss animals, and we discuss about the species of insects and reptiles. Now we will be discussing about the people. ಈ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಕೂಡ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ವಾಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಸೊ their culture is like this, and their food habit and their dressing sense is different than us. So they are adjusted, their interaction with that forest is different than us, because they are living in a forest, they have to be like this. People grow their food in a small areas after cleaning some areas, trees in the forest. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ಟವಾದ ಕಾಡುಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ದ ಮೆನ್ ಹಂಟ್ ಫಿಶ್ along the rivers and women take care of the crops. Here the men, they hunt fish. ಅವರು ಮೀನುಗಳನ್ನ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೀನುಗಳನ್ನ ಹೋಗಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಫಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಗಳಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಗಳು ಬೆಳೀತಾರೆ. ಆ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನ ಇವರು ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ನೋಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಹಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಟೆ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಮೀನುಗಳನ್ನ. They mainly grow topicchio, pineapple and sweet potato. The sweet potato, pineapple and tapioca. So they grow mainly these types of crops. The main staple food are this. Their practices slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn agriculture ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಹಳೆಯ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡು ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಈ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬರ್ನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬರ್ನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಸರ್? ಈ ಕಾಡುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳನ್ನ ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕಡಿದು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, 1 ಅಥವಾ 2 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋಗಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳು ಒಣಗೋಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗಿರ್ತಿದ್ವು. ಆ ಡ್ರೈ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮರ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ 2 ಕಲ್ಲು ತಗೊಂಡು ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಚ್ಚಿದಾಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಉಳಿತಾಯಿತು, ಬೂದಿ ಉಳಿತಾಯಿತು. ಬೂದಿನ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹರಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಮಳೆಗಾಲ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಮಳೆ, ಬೂದಿ, ಮಣ್ಣು ಇದು 3 ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫರ್ಟಿಲಿಟಿ, ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಈ ಬೂದಿ ನೀರು ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಫಲವತ್ತತೆ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಅವರು, 3 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದು ಆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕು, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಟೊ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಪೈನಾಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಟೊಪಿಯೋಕೋ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಸೀಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಆ ಬೀಜಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಒಗೆದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ 4 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ 4-5 ತಿಂಗಳಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಆಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆದಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆ ಬೆಳೆನ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ if they make use of that field for growing some crop, so that soil will get loose of fertility, so they will not get any chance of growing some more crops in that. So what they used to do, they used to shift that land from one place to another places. So it's called as a shifting agriculture. So earlier it was called as a slash and burn agriculture. Same, the slash and burn agriculture, that explains, means the word itself says it's about slashing the trees and plants and burning, slash and burn agriculture. So by slashing the trees and the crops or trees and the plants and burning, by that by burning the dried materials and getting what's called ashes from there, so they used to get a fertility for their soil to grow the crops. So there was a slash and burn agriculture in there. Then the people who are living this Amazon forest, means Amazon basin, they have their own staple food. As like we have a staple food, the whole world has a staple food, it's a rice. In India also we have a staple food, it's a rice, it's a staple food for us. And for the North Indian, the wheat is a staple food for them. So like here in the Amazon basin, they are also having a staple food is manioc. So it's also known as cassava. So that grows under the ground like the potato. So under the ground along with the potato, so they used to practice a multi-crop, same like as we discussed in the agriculture chapter. They also eat queen ants and egg sacs. So that was the food which they used and which they take to lead their life. And the cash crops like coffee, maize and the cocoa are also grown in that places. So these are the cash crops. The most of the people, they grow their crops for their subsistence uses, not for the commercial uses. But some of them, not everybody, but some of them, they grow the crops like coffee, maize and cocoa for the commercial activities. Means whatever the crops which they grow, it's for selling the crops in their market. It's what? The rainforest provides a lot of wood for the houses. You know about the uses of a forest. We are getting a lots of uses, means many uses from the forest. If you goes on make list, so we'll get many things like we have been making use of a forest for construction of buildings, means construction, not building, construction of houses, by chopping that, by cutting the trees, whatever the wood we will get from there, we will get a different structure from that, and we will construct our house. And also basically we will get oxygen from the trees, it's not from the forest, it's the main thing. Then it's that gives a settlement for the animals, like wild animals, is not, and that holds the soil, the roots of that forest and the trees that holds the soil, that will not allow that soil to get eroded from that places. It's not because of the trees we are getting a rainfall. So these are the uses we are getting from that trees. And some families live in thatched houses shaped like beehives. Like you might be seeing the structure of houses, like it will be in the ulta U-shape. It's like this. So it's like somewhat like hut they live over there. And there are other large apartment like houses called moloka, which is steppy slanting roof. In the slanting roof, there are now with these technologies in the modernization in the modern world, they are started to constructing house same like what we are constructing here, but according to their climatic conditions and the topographical conditions over there, they are constructing their houses over there. In the olden days, the heart of a forest could be reached only by navigating the river, the heart of a forest. In the olden days, earlier days, since this river is a very having many tributaries, this river basin is created by the joining of many tributaries, and it stretched for a larger area. It is having more areas. It's the basin of this ocean, what you call the basin of this Amazon river is very large. It's very big. It's very big. It's not than any other river. So that reason, if you want to reach in the olden days, if they wanted to reach the middle of this forest, they needed to go through this waterway. There was no any other way to reach the heart of this forest in the earlier days. Now we have many ways. It's not the modern machines we have, so we can help of that we can reach there. The helicopter we have, the planes we have. It's not. And we have many things to reach the earth, any places on the earth's surface. So earlier, if they wanted to reach the middle of the forest, they wanted to go through this river. So that was the condition. Means it was very big like that. In 1970, the Trans-Amazon Highway made all part of a transport accessible. In 1970, the Trans-Amazon Highway, so the water highway, so they have constructed in 1970. So that because of with the help of this highway, the people can able to reach any part of this Amazon because of this improvement in that. So aircraft and helicopters are also used for reaching the various places, as we discussed. The indigenous population settled in the new areas where they continued to practice their distinct way of farming. Now also the slash and burn agriculture, shifting agriculture, now also they are continued. Their practicing of that crops is continued now also. And the same like population is increased, and the areas which they are taken under their control, it's also increased. The developmental activities are leading to the gradual destruction of biological diverse rainforest. Like developmental activities, it may be the human, we are making development in the protection of a forest and in protecting the river, is not. So that also helping for the biological diverse, and we are protecting the many types of species of animals and the birds. So that also helping to increase the diversity in the Amazon basin in South America. It is estimated that a large area of rainforest has been disappearing annually in the Amazon basin. Means large, that says annually for a year some part of a land is disappearing. Means we are making use of, either we are making use of that, or it gets distracted by these natural disasters, and many things it may get disappear because of like a heavy rain. It may be volcano or the what you call the earthquake. It may be many other diseases, maybe due to the flood it may get disappear. So according to their estimation, that shows many larger part of areas, some larger part of Amazon basin are getting disappear. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ರಿವರ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ರಿವರ್ಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಉಪನದಿಗಳು ಕೂಡಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಏರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಈ ನದಿ, ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ನದಿ ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ಈ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಏರಿಯಾನ ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ವರ್ಷ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಷ ಈ ಅಮೆಜಾನ್ ಬೇಸಿನ್ ಏನು ಸೈಜ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣಗಳು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. So it's about the Amazon basin. In the next class we'll discuss about the subtropical region. It's about the tropical region. What we discussed till now, it's about the tropical region. The tropical region, life in the tropical region, is not life in the tropical region. In the next class we'll be discussing about the life in the subtropical region, about India. So I hope you understood. Thank you. Have a nice day.